Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
Has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses the long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. We got some high school hockey action for you here tonight. Hopefully, some technical difficulties going on here this evening. So far at the Ice House, we've had the computer just decide to randomly restart on us throughout the early portion of the evening here in the last hour or so that we've been here, 45 minutes, give or take. So we are going to do our best for you. We're going to try and battle through it for the time being, and we will see what we get. We're just going to kind of try our luck here. We've got our first matchup against Carroll and the Vipers. And Brandon, I was just letting everyone know we're kind of battling through some adversity up here with some technical difficulties tonight.
Yeah, thanks for keeping everybody informed while I was on the phone with the head boss, Jeff Mahoney, about what we're going to do here. Yeah, we've been having some issue with the computer turning itself off 5 times now just before we started, so we're hoping.
It is what it is. Hate to see it. We'll see what we can do for you here, though.
So, Joe, I don't know how much you went over for everybody while I was on the phone, but we got the Vipers and Carroll up to start this week off of high school hockey.
Yeah, I really didn't say anything. I kind of just took about 30 or so seconds, kind of said exactly what you came back on and said about the technical difficulties, said who we've got for the first one, and we'll just kind of see what we get here and and hope for the best. So, folks, if we cut out at any point during the broadcast, that would be why.
Yeah. But with it being 5 times, at that point, I don't know if we'd be able to get it back up and running.
No, probably a pretty fruitless effort at that point. And if that is the case, well, I guess we'll just take the moment to remind everyone that you should be able to access via Live Barn if you're truly dedicated to watching the game. You're probably going to have to pay, I believe, though. But hopefully we can make it through here. We'll see. I'm going to put the over-under, Brandon, on about 10 minutes before we get another restart. So we'll see where we're at here in a little bit.
But quick side note here, Fort Wayne High School snipes out cancer, the cancer night. Fort Wayne High School hockey will have baskets to raffle off and a 50-50 drawing during the month of January. But right now you can support by ordering cancer t-shirts and everything. You'll see these on the back of the stat sheets that you get when you come to the high school games here. But yeah, cancer night coming up here pretty quick. Last year they had a bunch of gift baskets that the teams put together and had a 50-50 raffle and everything. It was pretty cool.
Always is.
Here come the Chargers into the zone with speed. Starting goaltenders, Ross Worm there for the Vipers, opposite of Van Antwerp. I don't know why I was thinking Cartel.
I was thinking the same thing. Don't even worry. It's been a long start to the day, Brandon.
Shot towards the net, through to the corner. Cup down low to Ganau. Ganau out to the point. That one's redirected out of the zone. And Ormsby's giving chase here. He's got Baldwin on him. Shot off the blocker of Van Antwerp. And Phillips has it. Up and back to neutral here. Good thing the Vipers didn't play that, because that probably could have been too many men playing it near their bench with 6 players on the ice, but they do not. And it's put right back inside of the Vipers zone. Watson fed up ice to Van Ryn. Lightly taps it, takes it away. Van Ryn with a shot. Save made by Van Antwerp.
Yikes, that would have been a toughie there for Carroll to start things off. I was going to say the first 45 seconds or so, they were really looking pretty good. It almost looked like they were trying to set up a power play type formation when they had the puck off the draw here. But the Vipers doing a good job there on the tail end of that shift, battling back. And then obviously the turnover there almost leads to a goal for Van Ryn.
Chappelle and McGuire, the main officials for tonight's matchup. That one shot towards the net is redirected in front. And we got, looks like Juarez is one of the linesmen. I don't think I've seen him before.
No, I haven't either.
New linesman out here, and can't see the other one at this time, so we'll get that in a second. Worked out to Watson. Shot blocked off the shin pad of Kraus. Watson with a second opportunity into the glove of Van Antwerp.
Now we'll have to see when they come skating by.
Harbor, it looks like.
But is that potentially Zach Juarez, formerly of the Homestead Spartans? You know, we've had some Indiana Tech players in the past do some refereeing on the side. Zach currently playing for the D2 team, maybe following in the footsteps there. So I guess we'll have to see when he kind of skates back this way. But pure speculation at this point.
Off the face-off, it is going to be played below the goal line. There's a short side opportunity there for the Vipers. And they've got the Carroll Chargers pinned a little bit here.
They do so far, but we've also, I think, had a fair number of these quick whistles. So once we start sustaining a little bit more play, then we'll see what kind of transpires here.
Another face-off win here, though, for the Chargers. That's tied up along the far side. Worked around. It's going to be worked out of the zone, sent down the ice. No ice here as it's played up to Parks. Parks up for Gart. Met there at the blue line by, looks like one of the Lalonde brothers coming off the bench in a change. Up into the air, worked out to the point, held in by Parks. Here's a chance with a shot, save made by Van Antwerp. I believe that was Williams with the chance.
Yeah, so the Vipers still really sustaining this here. Carroll, you know, maybe not quite starting the game right on time here. We'll see what exactly they try and do to kind of counter this a little bit. You know, they started the game with that big 3, I think, and haven't really gone back to them yet. But we'll see. This is a good opportunity here with the Vipers top unit out there in a no-zone draw. But as I say that, of course, it has to come out of the neutral.
Yeah, this one's put back in just over the blue line, worked back out to center. And the Chargers poke it inside the zone. On the far side, worked back out. It is Knudsen off the wall. He's met there by Phillips. Shot back inside. Looks like by Bertels. Baldwin picks it up behind the net to the short near side corner. Can't really short side the boards here. As it's worked down the ice, off the glass, and played back to center. Take a look here quickly at Bertels. Still the leading scorer here in terms of goals for the Vipers. And in general, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points.
Yeah, and well, since you mentioned that, I was doing the stats through 6 weeks as a part of writing that article. And Carroll has all 5 of the top 5 scorers this year. So improving on that number from last year when they had the top 4. But curiously, they only have 1 of the next 10.
That one worked back out to center off a fan pass. And played into the zone, looks like by Van Ryn. Van Antwerp will stop it behind the net. Carroll working it to the far side. Into the zone. Behind the net is Carteau. On the far boards, hit there. Shirk sends it down low once again. Looking for Watson, who will throw it around the wall and down the ice. No ice here, as I think they ruled a Carroll player could have played it along the far boards. As this one's cleared down, and this one will be an icing.
Just barely, though. Just barely.
10:49 to go here on the big board, so I'll match my clock to that.
Yeah, big flu game kind of thing going on for you here, Brandon, tonight.
Flu game?
Flu game. I mean, you're not flu obviously, but under the weather a little bit. You're working, you're battling through an injury here. So you got to be still totally locked in.
Braun sends it up to Ganal. Here's a chance for Cup with the shot. Tried to stuff the corner. Cannot. It goes wide.
Yeah, just too high on that one, of course.
Gedine with it. Plays it inside the Carroll zone. Klein gives chase to the far corner. You said something pregame while we were restarting the computer for the 5th time about Blauvelt coming back up.
Yes. So Blauvelt is in tonight, and then Keegan Edwards is back with the Vipers. Was on the team last year and is making his triumphant return. I don't think he's been out there yet, but just a couple of things to note roster-wise.
What number do you got Blauvelt?
18 still.
Still 18 for
yep.
Shearer, I think is who normally wears it?
Correct.
Ganal back out to Cup with a shot. That one's blocked in front. Rossworm able to get it.
Should probably be a cross check. We're running a little bit high on that one, Brandon. I think we're running a little high on that stick. I'll just confirm, though, that it is Blauvelt 18. Yes, it is still.
All right. So still got the big 3 names for the Carroll Chargers. Braun, Cup, and Ganal. We saw them together last week.
Yeah, we got top unit on top unit here as well. And it's the Vipers that come away with it off the draw.
Yeah, Ormsby with it near side. With a shot. Tried to pick the far corner. Cannot. Goes wide. Rolls back out to neutral. Watson off the top of the boards. Able to get it to the referee's crease, but now back in by Ganal. Ganal, far circle, far corner.
Braun getting involved there with Watson.
A shot save made. Rebound goes far side. Loose out front of the crease. And it's worked off the glass. Franks gets it up ice. Here's Bertels with a shot. Save made there off the blocker. Tried to go under the arm. And now here comes Braun. Braun with a shot. Missed it wide. Looking up for Ormsby, who gets it to neutral. Carteau coming down the ice. Over the line, met there by Watson, just inside the blue line, and that one is sent down low. Williams goes off the wall, clears back out to neutral. Pedersen with it, looking up for Kraus, missed the pass. Parks picks it up at center ice. In the feet, taken away. Here's a chance. Kraus throws it on goal. Blocker save made by Rossworm. White with it. Looking for Blauvelt, and that one is a shot from the point, just wide. Kraus picks it up here. Feeds to Blauvelt. Pad save made. Rebound kicks right back out to the circle. And it's Klein off the wall far side holding it in. Parks sends it around. Play by Williams. At center ice, Williams picks it back up as he tried to hit Brenner but found a shin pad. Blocker save made there by Van Antwerp. Here come the Chargers into the zone. Delayed offsides here. They touch up. So it is inside the zone. William Lalonde tries to throw it at the net. It's easily blocked by Johnson. As Williams picks it up here. Throws it inside the Carroll zone. Time just moving along here. 7:35 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, we're really starting to hum here. We're really getting out and running after some whistles early on.
And a bit of a late start, too. They didn't really get on the ice right away.
That's the trademark here, is a late start.
Fed through the crease and wide, looking for a redirect from Patrick Lalonde as that one's off the wall. Held in at the blue line by Klein. And another effort by Wolf puts it further into the zone here. Scully with it. Feeds it out to neutral. Sent back inside the Viper zone. Knutson with it. Up to Van Ryn. I dare to say the Vipers have had the more dangerous scoring chances, I believe, so far. More so than the Chargers.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of 50-50 at this point. I think it's been fairly even.
Bertel's with it. Tries to feed it up the ice. Knocked down by Fiedler as that one's into the Vipers bench. Play whistle down with 6:41 left here in the first.
All right. Well, so I was going to say this a few minutes ago. I mean, this is going back a couple shifts by now with how long we went without a whistle there. But I just want to give a shout out to someone who's been seemingly pretty engaged so far in this one, and that is Dylan Braun. I think he's been skating with purpose so far in this hockey game. Now, on his last shift, he kind of got mixed up with Watson, kind of went in the boards at the end of it, slammed his stick against the wall. So we'll have to see if he's able to, keep it together here. But a good start to this hockey game from Dylan Braun. Has really been moving his feet and been much more noticeable than he has in the first few games, I think, of the league season.
Here is Shurik, far side. Ties up with Reinhold. Overbay battles with Brenner. Reverses back down to Shurik. Centers it through the feet and wide, through the crease and wide. Here's Baldwin. Over to Phillips. Ounces over his stick. Held in, though, by Shurik. Goes down to Fiedler in the far corner. Out to the point. Here's Phillips with the shot. Save made by Rossworm.
All righty, well, there you go for Carroll. I think they're really starting to settle into this one, Brandon. I think they're starting to feel a little more, they've got that initial wave come from the Vipers. They've got it past them, and they bring out the big guns here yet again, and I think these two teams' top lines are going to see probably a good amount of each other here in this one as they have so far.
Face-off is far side. As it's in the feet, there's a shot by Cup. Save made by Rossworm, and now Ormsby works it the other way, shoots it inside the zone, rims around the wall to the far side. Carteau trying to work it out of the zone, able to do so, gets it to Braun. Braun over the line on the attack with a shot or pass, trying to feed Cup for the redirect, but he was tied up with Scully.
Yeah, good play there by Scully.
Kept in by Ganal. Feeds to Braun. Braun tries to center it back, loses it, but he picks it right back up, reverses to Ganal. In the corner, Braun with it. Franks picks up the loose puck. It's poke check, but Scully pinches up to get it out of the zone. It is just over the blue line, offsides.
Hey, good shift there, though, from those Carroll guys. Kind of getting it in the corner, trying to cycle it a little bit. I like the play from that defenseman at the far side from the Vipers bench to kind of stand up and hold the blue line a little bit on that one. It, of course, eventually comes out anyways. But didn't get burned on that. I thought that was a solid shift out of those three. Really kind of kept that top line for the Vipers pinned back in their own end for a good 45, 30 seconds there.
This one worked inside the zone. Blauvelt sends it down low. I believe he's got I remember he at least has one goal he scored in his debut with the Chargers.
Yep, it's just 1 point.
Isn't it? I thought he had an assist as well.
No, he does not. Just the 2 games.
As of yet.
As of yet.
He has impressed.
He has. He was my rookie of the rotation. Almost solely because of that goal. I mean, have to do it. Have to.
Worked inside the zone. Watson plays it to Van Ryn. White comes in to try to keep it alive. Cannot for the Chargers. Blauvelt shoots it right back in. Hops wide of the net. Rossworm to Watson. Watson up to Van Ryn. Met there at center ice. Taken away. Cup working into the zone here. Reinhold loses it to Cup. Pushed in there by Godine. Cup still has it. Watched very thoroughly there by Watson and Godine. Here is Baldwin. Sends it down to Lalonde. Back around for Wolf. Finds Cup here. Cup with a nice move. Ooh. Cup with a shot. Save made by Rossworm. Couldn't find the rebound. It goes to the far side. Baldwin. The Baldwin brothers, I believe, are... Oh, nope, that's Klein. Saw the 4. Didn't see it was 14 rather than 24. Overbay with it now. Overbay.
Whoa, there's nobody there. There's nobody in a black jersey there. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. That was just tape to the wrong team.
Watson off the glass. It's played back out the center for A.J. Baldwin now as he's on the ice. Work towards the net. Knocked away very easily by Rossworm. Sent around over to the far side. Overbay. Down to Shurik. I think Shurik last week was one of the... He actually tried to get the lacrosse off, but rolled off his stick.
I think that sounds right. I did watch a little bit of that game.
2:55 to go here in the first. Ormsby dumps it into the zone on goal. Save made by Van Antwerp. Behind the net. Setting up for the Chargers. Fed to the near side for Fiedler. Into the middle as it's dumped in by Overbay. Knutson looks up for Franks. Missed the pass. Cup with it. Shoots it back inside the zone. Picked up by Scully, who skates it up the ice.
Ooh, goodness.
Almost caught Van Antwerp sleeping a little bit.
Yeah,
he was cheating towards the glove side, the near side boards, getting ready to come out to play it.
Yeah, the broadcast camera out in the middle probably doesn't show it, but here we have a great angle. I mean, he was way off to the side. That was actually pretty dangerous opportunity.
On the far boards. Pedersen's trying to work it free. He's battling with Van Ryn as the Chargers work it out. Up to Braun. Braun in the zone with the toe drag, and that one is poked away by Rossworm. We got that off last week.
Yeah, here we go. First penalty.
Yep. It's going to go on the Vipers as it's touched up there by Knutson. Play whistled down. And it's an interference call. And we'll see who it's on.
I don't even know.
I think
it might be Scully. Yeah, it looks like Scully. He didn't need the escort, though. He was just leaving the linesman in the dust. So we'll see what we get here for Carroll. I mean, 0-0 game's been good back and forth action for a lot of this period so far. So, of course, a good opportunity here for Carroll. We'll see if they can convert on the opportunity and score a PPG here.
Here is Genau. Out to the point. Kraus back low. Braun with it. Looking out to the point. It's redirected by Ormsby and out of the zone. Oh, Chappelle accidentally gotten away. There's a shorthanded shot, and that one is wide.
I think actually Kraus almost just put that right into Ormsby, and then Chappelle was in the way, just kind of doubled down on that tough situation there. But it ends up okay for him.
I was looking down at the computer and everything, making sure everything's still turned on.
Hey, that's what there's two of us for.
Fed to the middle. White with a chance. It is redirected behind the net. White out to Cup at the top of the near circle. Out to the point. Feeds over to the far side. Genau with it. Genau fakes a shot to Cup with the shot. No, feet in front. That one stopped and cleared out to the point. Kraus down low for Braun. Braun circles along the half wall. Tries to go around Watson, sends him down to the ice. Here's Kraus. Feds to Cup. As that one's tipped just wide. Genau with it. Genau with a try. That one stopped by Rossworm. 42 seconds to go here on the power play. 27 left here in the first. Loose puck to the far side. That one is cleared out by Ormsby.
Yeah, just soft on the puck battles, those last two there for Carroll. I mean, that had been going really well for him. It goes into the corner. Braun's a little bit slow to react, which, I mean, for one, that's okay. Comes a little further up the wall, and then I think it might have been Krause or one of the other Carroll players just kind of didn't even go and try to play the puck, tried to play the body instead.
Fed across, Ganau can't get it settled in time in the dying seconds of the period. That will do it. We are scoreless after 15 minutes of play. We'll take a break here on Summit City Sports.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, we'll have a fresh 15 here on the board. As Carroll still has 12 seconds of power play time left.
Pretty liberal shot count that period. Brandon shots on goal for the first period. Carroll 14, Vipers 7. So not disputing the margin, but it's a lot of shots on goal. I don't know if I would say 7. Honestly, you know what? I would buy that. I would actually buy that. There have been a good number of shots on goal both ways.
All right, so puck drop here, a tie-up. As it's worked inside the zone here. Cleared back out to neutral. Penalty expires here. The Vipers back to full strength. This one worked into the zone here. Touch to the near side corner. Now around to the far. Van Ryn with it. Baldwin, far side, backhands it down low to the corner. Godine loses it. Knudsen picks it up here. Here is Wolf. Centers it in front. Save made. Rossworm rebound. Kicked out in front of the circle. And it is blocked in front. There's another try and another save. Rossworm.
Yeah, Vipers having a good hold here.
This one sent to the near side. Patrick Lalonde with it now. Centers it to his brother, and that one is just ahead of him. And it rolls to the near side out of the zone. Sent right back inside the Viper end, though. As is Johnson with it. Goes off the wall, down the ice. It's going to be played now by the Vipers.
Oh, careful, careful.
Here is Bertel's shot. That one is stopped. Worked around to the near side point. Sent down behind the goal. Bertel's with it. Tries to center. It's broken up. And it is still far side. To the corner we go. Sent back around to the near side. It'll be controlled by the Chargers. They clear it out to the point. Held in by Watson with a shot. Save made. Rebound. Kicked out in front. And is played off the wall. Chargers trying to clear. They able to do so. And it's down the ice. And it will...
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, it was a little bit of a late whistle there. I was like, ooh. I'm going to call it. Braun, though, I mean, I don't know if he just came off the bench or not, but I will note, for the record, he was hanging out in the neutral zone. I don't know if it's because he just came on the ice or what, but defensive zone draw here now for the Chargers. And very well earned for the Vipers after having a great hold there in the first minute or so of the hockey game. Period, excuse me.
This one cleared out into neutral. All the way down the ice. It's picked up now by Knudsen. Taken away by Cup. Far side. In the feet. Picked up by Braun. Braun with a shot.
Oh,
Score!
my goodness.
Braun picks the corner, gets the Chargers up by 1.
Yeah, that was a tremendous shot. And well-deserved goal there for Braun. I said it earlier. He's been having a really good game. He's looked very impressive so far in this one. And he is able to go ahead and convert on the opportunity and give Carroll that 1-0 lead.
Well, we'd love to have it to you, but the replay isn't working. I had to reset it.
I do that more often than I'd care to admit. I've definitely missed the first goal of probably 3, 4 maybe Tech games this season because
I think it's because of the restarts, because it closes the program and I have to reselect everything. So that's not working. The computer keeps restarting, and apparently one of our SD cards isn't working in the camera.
Oh, well, who cares? I don't even know what Jeff does with those things anyways. We'll be all good,
archive
though.
footage.
Yep.
Yep. Well, 1-0 for the Carroll Chargers here on this Wednesday afternoon, as it is played back up the ice just outside the Carroll zone. Picked up now. Here come the Chargers again, looking for more. There's a shot by Vlavel, it looks like. I think that's the Shearer jersey. The white outlines on the numbers is always fun.
It is. You know, but they've been wearing the white jerseys a lot more than they did the first season they had these jerseys. They used to wear the black ones every game.
Worked inside the zone, fed over to the far side corner. Tie up there along the wall. Worked around to the near side. The Chargers, dodged a hit there. Nicely done. Worked out to the blue line. Johnson has it in his feet. Backhands it on goal. And Van Antwerp just easily plays it. On the far side, it's worked out to neutral. Sent in on goal. Blocker save made there by Rossworm. Johnson with it. Goes off the near side glass. Played by the Chargers back inside the zone. Thrown towards the net. It goes to the slot. Spin around try. Knocked away by Watson. Here come the Vipers the other way. Worked inside the zone there. Looks like by Johnson. It's played around behind the net to the far side corner. Lost the footing there. Played to the corner near side. As it is, Van Ryn with a shot, tipped in front, save made, rebound just wide. Still loose, this time to the far corner now. Hit to shin pad, Godin right in front, taken away here by the Chargers. They clear it into the neutral zone, and it's going to be backhanded in towards the net by Braun. Braun throws it back towards the middle, nobody there for the Chargers. Van Ryn has it for the Vipers, sends it off the wall near side. Chargers with it. Gets it inside the zone as Overbay, it looks like, gives chase. Around the wall to the near side. Klein trying to keep it in, gets it to Fiedler. Oh, in and out of his stick. Watson taps it over to the far side. Van Ryn with it, tries to clear it down the ice, and it is into neutral. Franks battling for it, lost it. Controlled now by Carroll. 10:15 to go here in the second period. Worked inside the zone here. 1-0 still our score on the near side here. And we have a penalty coming up here. I believe it's to Watson. Chargers going back on the power play here.
Yeah, I didn't happen to catch what exactly happened on that, but either way, Watson to the sin bin. Let's see, how many PIMs are we up to? 30. So we've hit the first plateau of the season. Who's the league leader? It looks like it's Braun with 44, and I think that's two 2-10s, at least probably for that.
Braun has been racking up the PIMs this year.
He has, and it looks like Watson is in second with 30 now.
This one fed over to the far side. Holding sounds like it was the call.
Yep.
Sent out to the near side circle, back down low. There's a shot, save made, rebound gathered up by Scully. Back to the near side is Braun. Out to the point. Kraus with it. Back to Braun. Taking a look. Braun with a shot wide of the net.
Oh, that just came off the wall and just sat. I think it might have even honestly hit the back of the net.
Kraus with it. Takes it to the corner. Ties up with Scully. Getting out with it. Reverses off the wall out to the point. Braun with a shot. That one's wide. Might have been redirected in front, and the Vipers clear it down the ice. On the near side, taken away here by the Vipers for a brief moment. Chargers reset here. Lost it in the feet there. Carroll has to regroup. This one's sent into the zone here very slowly. It was cleared back down the ice by the Vipers. Here is Braun. Braun near side. Decides to skate right through the middle. Still has it here. Another move. Lost it there on the second opportunity. To the far corner. Out to the point. Klein towards the net wide. Cup with a try. Save made. Rebound through the feet. Loose in the crease. Up in the air. Knocked down in front. And play by the Vipers. Klein with it. 10 seconds to go here. Towards the middle. There's a shot. No, fakes it. Works it to the near side. 3 seconds to go here on the power play. The Chargers with it as the Vipers return to full strength. Out to Cup with a shot. Save made. Rossworm.
Gosh, Rossworm and the Vipers defense have been killing it tonight, Brandon. I mean, Carroll has had the puck so much. They've had so many looks and just haven't been able to score, which for a team that's really kind of known for their offense, it's pretty remarkable. It just seems like shot after shot coming on these power plays and just nothing doing.
Face off far side in the Vipers zone. Very softly won there by the Chargers. As it laid just outside the crease. Play it around, out to neutral. As here comes the Vipers. They dump it inside the zone here. Worked around the wall to the far side. Played up ice. Inside the Viper zone, it is Patrick Lalonde. Behind the net. Around to Phillips, near side point, sends it back down low. Here's a hit there along the goal line, played up ice. So we're working inside the Carroll zone here. Back out into the Vipers' end, off the wall, trying to clear it, cannot, 2-on-1 here, but great position there by Johnson to clear it back out in the center. All right, so here come the Chargers again.
I was just going to say tremendous stuff.
This one's sent down the ice, and it will be an icing with 6:42 left here in the second period.
I think potentially the bigger story so far in this game, Brandon, is the fact that the computer has hung on.
Yeah.
Remarkably.
Well, you probably jinxed it.
I hope not. We'll see, though. We'll see.
Well, news from our camera guy. Now our Zoom toggle's not working.
Yeah, we
are just excelling tonight, boys, ladies and gentlemen. We are excelling tonight.
The world might just be against us.
This one worked out, so we do apologize. Our camera guy has to do the zooming by hand right now instead of the usual toggle switch he normally uses it. So we'll have to kind of just bear with us tonight.
Yeah, you know what? The haters and losers must just not want us to broadcast high school hockey tonight for whatever reason.
Along the near side, it is controlled here by the Chargers. Off the wall, play back out into neutral. And that looks like it'll be onside here. I thought maybe it was off, but nope. Working inside the zone here. That one is a delayed offsides, though, as there's a collision just outside the blue line. Sent one of the Vipers players spinning into the zone.
Yeah, and the offside almost went right on goal. That would have been intentional.
Yeah. Here's a chance for the Chargers. That one is just above the net and wide. 5:42 left here in the second period. Tied up along the far boards. Worked out to the point. Sent back down low to the corner.
I almost just dropped my pen over the ledge. That would have been horrible.
Bertel's with it. Off the wall to the far side corner for Watson to play. A tie-up. Far side. As it is worked free by the Chargers, it looked like, as one of their sticks went flying. I think that's of Kraus. As Blauvelt sends it down low. Kraus with it. Ties up with Watson. This one played up ice. Van Ryn backhands it into the zone here. Loose stick in the middle of the ice. That's been laying there.
Yeah, it's been sitting there forever. We continue to have really good pace to this one too, Brandon. I mean, this one has been humming along. We've had, I want to say we've had a really good game, but I feel like that's just being clouded by the pace that it's moving through, because Carroll has really been controlling this period. But at least we're moving through it pretty quick, I guess. And it's still just 1-0.
Oh, miscommunication there. Blauvelt heads off on a line change. Genau against Godine. Face off won by the Vipers. Scully towards the net, goes wide. Klein around the wall for Braun. Worked out to the point. Scully with a shot just wide of the net. Knutson throws it. Tipped in front by Van Ryn off the post. Vipers almost get on the board. But the goaltender's best friend comes up big. Worked out to the point. Scully a shot. That one's redirected in front. Loose in the slot. Cleared out by the defense. This one takes a weird bounce off the stanchion. As here comes Cup. Through the middle. Onside here. Drops it for Genau, but a little too hard off the backhand. Saying it went wide. Oh, that one hit Gooding on the dump-in attempt. That is cleared back out into the Carroll end. Baldwin. We got a penalty coming up here.
I'm curious to see as to who it's on.
I think it's Baldwin.
Huh.
So, power play here.
For the Vipers.
For the Vipers, yeah.
How about this? Trailing by 1 late in the period? With their supposedly improved power play this season. Have yet to see it, but they have improved within the season. I really like what they've done and put Ormsby up top as opposed to Scully. I think that has really worked out for them. I think they've been better. They still haven't really scored, but if they continued working with that, I like that setup a little bit better.
Face off won by Bertels. Scully with it. To Ormsby, this one is into the safety netting. Face-off will be near side. Bertels and Genau. A tie-up in the feet of Phillips. Here's Braun with it, who backhands it down the ice. Scully racing down the near side. Gets it over the line on the attack. Scully circles back here. At the point, trying to feed Franks, and is easily read there by Braun and cleared down the ice. I think the Carroll coaches were looking for a penalty there for the hit on Braun.
It's pretty easy to tell when they're looking for a penalty, Brandon. I don't think I've ever seen a coaching staff that is more visible in their reactions when they want penalties than that Carroll coaching staff is.
Here's Bertels. Coming down the far side. In the zone here. On the far point. He's met there by Braun. Braun with a stick lift and cleared down the ice. And we got a penalty coming up here.
Really? And it's going to be on Carroll as well.
It's on the Chargers. Genau plays it here. It's an unsportsmanlike. Who is it on?
Oh, I think they're going to get the coach. They're going to get a bench minor for it. Honestly, considering some of the reactions we've seen from that bench over the course of the last couple of years, I mean, that was a pretty tame one. So they must have said something. Or maybe Braun. I mean, he's in the box.
Unless
so maybe they give it to him. But, yeah, but that's true. But I would not think you would be sitting arguably your best player for a bench misconduct. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but we'll see what we get on the. No, I mean, so it says 10 unsportsmanlike. I don't know if he said 10 because that's just who's sitting or what. So we'll see. But the good news is for Carroll, I guess, is it's only 2 minutes. And that leaves 45 seconds on the 5-on-3.
Yeah. 2:09 to go here on the big board. Face off far side. And a big opportunity here for the Vipers. They win the face-off. They work it out to the point. Oh, it is on Braun.
Yeah.
There's a shot. That one just wide. And cleared down the ice.
Curious as to what drew that penalty. I didn't hear like a slam against the boards or anything like that, so it must have said something.
Here come the Vipers. Bertels into the zone here. Here's Ormsby at the point, fed to the far side. Tries to get the shot off. Save made. Moves outside the crease.
They might almost got saved a little bit there by the net coming off. It was sitting right in between Van Antwerp's legs. None of the players in front of the net knew where it was. I think Bertels saw it, and he comes in to try and jam it, but as that happens is when the net gets knocked off.
So, lucky break there for the Chargers. Is the net coming off? Potentially saves a goal here.
Yeah, and it was just sitting there, too. You know, sometimes you'll get that where the goalie has his legs squeezed on it. Not in that case. I mean, it was really just sitting right in the middle of his two legs because he was still spread apart, thinking the puck was more in front of him than underneath and behind him.
Face off near side?
Yes. 8 seconds still here, 5-on-3. So pretty much just a face off and a little bit of extra. They're still kind of working on the net here. Trying to add some snow around it and seal it in, but
I've always said, though, I think those pegs just need sharpened.
Yeah.
The spikes on the bottom of them.
All right, now we're ready to go.
Yep, I was getting ready to say that. Face off, near side. There's a drive from the point, tipped in front, goes to the far corner. There's a heavy collision. Down to 5-on-4 now for 1:12. So majority of the period will still be on the power play here for the Vipers. Out to the point. Ormsby back down low to the far side. That one redirected in front there. It plays to the corner. Centering feed. Nobody there for the Vipers, and it's sent down the ice. 1 minute to go here in the second period. This one off the wall to pretty much nobody for the Vipers, and it's easily cleared back down for Carroll.
Yeah.
Stop behind the net. Vipers have time for maybe a quick rush here with 38 to go and 27 on the power play. Coming down the far side. They're over the line on the attack. Behind the net. Spin around try is blocked in front, and the Chargers clear it down the ice.
Gosh, well, this one was going really well at the beginning for the Vipers, and now the last kind of part of this, it's been 5-on-4. Really nothing doing for them as Carroll's got like 3 straight clears now.
Bertels over the line here. The power play expires. Shot just wide. And it rolls in front of the crease. Still alive here with 3 seconds to go. There's a bump along the far boards. The horn sounds, and
I think we might be getting penalties. I think Chappelle might be dishing some stuff out here. We'll bring that to you during the intermission.
Yep. In the meantime, we'll take a break on Summit City Sports.
I've worked in higher education and I've worked at other institutions, but none have been like Indiana Tech. Our faculty are very student-centered. They're focused on the students. We know our students by name. We're excited to see them.
Indiana Tech focuses on relationship-based education, and we really try to have the faculty get to know the students inside the classroom and outside the classroom.
What I think the College of Business does especially well is to focus on students. They focus on student engagement both in and out of the classroom. They look for opportunities to help students become who they want to be.
The mission of the College of Business ultimately for students is for them to be ready for the workplace when they graduate, so that they can assimilate into a job and a career, and they are equipped with the information and the skills that they need to be successful in the workplace.
I would say there's one thing that I've come to know Indiana Tech to be, and that's an institution that is full of opportunity. Whether it be from the faculty side, there's always opportunity to do things, but students, I would tell you, there are tons of opportunities here. Take advantage of them. There are opportunities to compete and play sport, whether it be in the athletics department or intramurals. There's opportunities to earn a degree, obviously, but there's also opportunities to earn real-world experience while you're earning that degree. So take advantage of those opportunities while you're here.
We have a business core, and from there students can have concentrations in one or several different areas such as HR, marketing, management. We have degree programs in accounting and finance. So there's just a wide variety of opportunities for them here.
We think it's really important at the College of Business at Indiana Tech to get students involved in real-world business experiences right away, because it's never too early to start skill building. We'll bring authentic projects into the classroom for them. They may have the opportunity to work on a marketing plan, to work on a training program, to solve some business problem that's going on here locally. They'll have access to guest speakers. They'll have the opportunity to be able to work on business projects with a local small business.
Our internship program is really cool because we start students off with a pre-internship seminar their very first year, so that they learn how to put their portfolio of work together. They begin to learn how their coursework plays into the career. And we also work very, very closely with our Career Center, and there are just a list of jobs available at any given time for our students. We in the College of Business also have an internship course where students can earn credit, actual on-the-job credit, while they're actually doing what they want to do when they graduate.
This is a significant position. This isn't just you're there to shadow. This is truly involved. So whether it be at Merrill Lynch, whether it's Parkview Hospital, Micropulse, Steel Dynamics, Zimmer, the list of companies is endless where we've had these in play. And every single one of the students that picks up one of these internships goes on to either an offer there or catapults from that internship into the workforce, into a position that they are more interested in.
We do an annual survey here of our employers, and we know that our students routinely do very, very well, and they're employed in all different kinds of industries and sectors. They're in profit organizations, nonprofit organizations, they're in healthcare, financial services, and they do very well. And I think a big reason of that is because we look for that engagement.
Students in our classes get to learn about project development, proposing ideas, marketing their own ideas, everything from helping a company with a startup project to creating a growth strategy. And I think that's really exciting because our students in classes right now are supporting their peers in starting businesses and marketing.
Indiana Tech College of Business is thrilled and honored to be accredited by the International Accreditation Council for Business Education. Having an accrediting body from an external entity accredit a school of business means that you have a validation of continuous improvement, of quality education. We live by rigorous standards that the accrediting body asks us to maintain on a regular basis, all the way from program decisions to faculty credentialing. All of these things are impacted through accreditation.
Our doctoral program on campus is the PhD in Global Leadership program. I think there are two takeaways from that program that are at the doctoral level that are really powerful. Every single person who enters the workforce has the potential to be a leader. They don't have to be a manager, they don't have to be an administrator. It doesn't matter what field they happen, which industry they happen to work in. They have the potential to be a leader. That's a component, a competency, a subject area that can be applied in almost any discipline. The second takeaway, I would say, would be the global component. We live in a global society, we live in a global marketplace, and so many of our students will not just be working here in the United States. Some students may find themselves working in jobs that take them to different parts of the world.
The advice that I would give an incoming college student would be to brush up on those time management skills, to not be afraid to ask questions, and to get involved. There's many things on campus that students can do, so get involved and have fun.
Some of these different things may involve internships. People gain valuable work skills through collegiate and level sports. All of these skills can be brought to prepare students for success in the classroom and also, again, most importantly, in their careers as they move forward.
So a degree from Indiana Tech means that our students have critical thinking, they're creative, and they're always going to be learning. So they could go into a number of paths. I mean, they could start their own business, they could work for a small business, they could work for an agency, they could begin to market products. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunities for our students. They can take what they learn in their classes, having been applied to real projects, and figure out how to market those in the real world.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, we are in our intermission here between the Carroll Chargers and the Vipers, where it is only 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know what? I'll be honest, it's been a surprisingly good game. I did not have very high expectations for either game tonight, but so far this one is delivered. It's been a good game. You know, Carroll, I think, has really had the better of the play, and we didn't mention this yet, but Bertels does get a roughing at the end of the period there, so Carroll will get another power play here. They're 0 for 2 so far, but they've got the goal. They've looked good on the power play. They've got 25 shots to 14 for the Vipers. So I just think, honestly, the story for me has been the Vipers have just done a really good job at holding Carroll off. You know, I think Rossrum's made some good saves. The defense has done a fairly solid job throughout this game. But we'll see, if this Carroll offense can really kind of just get that spark. I think maybe they need to try and get more greasy goals, maybe try and get up in front of the net a little bit more. It seems like maybe their problem might be some shots, too many coming from the outside, Obviously no stats to back that up, just kind of the feeling I'm kind of getting. But we'll see here, 1-0. This is very much still anybody's hockey game.
Carroll will start the third period on a power play as Bertels has gotten 2 minutes.
Yep. So like I said, that'll be a big opportunity for them. If they can get one here in the first 2 minutes on that power play, I think that'll be a huge boost to the momentum. But if the Vipers are able to kill it off, I think it'll be a big boost to their momentum as well. And we'll see if they can find one here to equalize. But in a game this close, the next goal is going to, of course, be critical either way, whichever way it goes.
We'll take another break here on Summit City Sports.
This league promotes finding diamonds in the rough. Kids that didn't have an opportunity, they're on the wrong team, they had the wrong coach. If we can find those kids, which we have 20 of them now.
Or sizzling bacon and melty gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, everybody watching on YouTube, you might notice a blip as the computer turned off. So, yeah. Teams are back on the ice here. Luckily, it was during intermission, so you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, so hopefully it just doesn't go in the middle of play. I mean, I guess that's a good thing, is if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in intermission. And so I guess one of the cons of this being a close game is that just makes it even more frustrating if we were to have the thing
Yeah, and last
drop
time
out on us.
I'm making sure I click the replay just in case. The last time it conked out, didn't hit it, so we didn't get the replay of the Braun goal. But as I talked about, the Vipers on the penalty kill here to start out the third as Bertels is in the box. So the Chargers on the power play. For roughing, it sound like?
I think so, yeah. I think that's right.
Well, fresh 15 on the board here. As we are underway here, Carroll wins the faceoff, and they get it just over the blue line into the Vipers zone. Vipers take away as they shoot it down the ice. Is on a chance now right up the middle. Around to the near side corner for Braun. Braun with it. Fed to the far point. There's a wrist shot blocked in front. As this one's cleared back down the ice. Stopped by Van Antwerp. Braun over to the far side for Cup. Into the zone here. Hits the brakes at the hash marks, off the wall, out for Kraus. Kraus back for Cup. Cup with a shot, that's blocked by Scully. Braun with it near side. Braun fed to the middle, tipped in front, just wide by Ganau. Ormsby will clear this one down the ice. 45 seconds to go here on the power play for Carroll. That one's off the stick there. Van Ryn almost was able to rush into the zone and pick it up, but it is cleared by Carroll. Into the zone. It looks like Ganau with it. Ganau takes a look at the options. Feeds to White in the back door. Chance just wide.
Ooh.
That one nails Ganau in the skate.
Yeah, it looks like he's all right, though, but that one had some zip on it. I thought that might turn into a bit of a stinger, but looks like he's all good.
I think it might have just caught the blade, which with today's skate technology, luckily it didn't pop the blade out.
Mm-hmm.
See that quite often, you know, these changeable blades that are in hockey skates nowadays.
Absolutely.
I would never trust one myself. Call me old school. Back when I played high school, I still used actual wood sticks.
Yeah, but you were a goalie. I feel like it's different for tenders.
Here's Lalonde. Down low for Blauvelt, getting some power play time here for Carroll. Over to the far side. Klein with a shot. Save made there by Rossworm.
All right, down the last 2 seconds here, the power play. So Carroll going to have to be conscious, of course, of Bertels coming out of the box. As we come to the end of this.
Face off far side. Ormsby in there against Lalonde. One back by Lalonde as the penalty expires.
Ooh, nice
That could have been dangerous there, though, coming off the bench. The player jumped a little too early. That one's sent inside the zone here. Johnson with it. Goes off the wall far side. Played by Wolf. Back below the goal line here, giving chase is Blauvelt. Lalonde bumped off the play there. Brenner with it. Back to Blauvelt. Circle's looking out to the point, but didn't see Ormsby there, who takes it away. Ormsby around the defense, but rolls away from him and played now by Parks. Parks a shot. That one sails way up out of play.
Yeah, almost field goal range there.
Face-off will be far side, it looks like, of the Carroll zone. All right. Everybody lined up. Bertel shoots it right on goal after the faceoff. Knutsen's shot is blocked in front. So Bertel's trying to be sneaky there.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to, see what you can do on that. I had my team get scored on in that fashion back in the day.
Rossworm leads it for Knutsen. He's tied up with Braun. Bertel's around the wall looking to the far side. It is controlled by Carteau, sends it down low. I was talking with Carteau's grandparents, I think it was, a couple weeks ago. They said they'll have another Carteau working his way through the
really now
through the ranks next season.
Gosh, they just keep on coming.
I think it'll be another player rather than a goaltender. I think.
That's what I was about to ask. Is it going to be another tender? All right, well, I guess we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to monitor that situation.
Face-off will be far side. 11:33 in a 1-0 game. I want to see not the score I would have picked at this point of the game.
I agree, but you know what? Sign me up. This has been an enjoyable hockey game.
Considering the scoring chances we've had.
That
for both
too.
sides.
Yes, absolutely.
Face-off won by the Chargers. Cleared up ice. Braun tried to sneak behind the defense, but Watson saw that one and kept him right in position. Loose puck out to the point for Van Ryn. Here's Ryan into the zone. Phillips off the wall, played now by Van Ryn. Met there along the far boards by Cup, sends it down low. It's going to be played by Phillips. To the corner. Stretch pass finds Cup over the line here into the zone. Cup with a sharp angle try, hits the outside of the net. As the net comes off, play whistle down.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I thought he had that one. Thought he had it. The angle was there.
Yeah, 10:46 to go here. Line change here for both teams. As the net is being replaced onto the moorings. Looks like we get the okay here. Face off far side, won by the Chargers.
Trip.
And yep, you called a delay penalty here. As the Vipers are going back on the penalty kill.
Yeah, it seems like there's some jeering coming from the parents on that one.
.10:42 to go here as the Chargers back on the power play. And obviously, if you're the Vipers, can't keep giving the Chargers these chances.
No, you can't. Certainly not. They've been fortunate so far that Carroll hasn't scored one, but we'll see. I mean, we always say you give an opportunity, that many times to a team with this offensive skill. At some point, it is likely going to burn you, but we'll just have to see. Like I said, they've done a good job so far.
There's one is just wide of the net. Picked up and cleared all the way down the ice.
Here come the Chargers into the offensive zone. Kraus with it. Yeah, I got you.
The boss sent a message, so obviously I have to take a quick peek.
Yep.
That one is in front. Save made. Rebound gathered up and cleared down the ice.
Down through the first minute of this one for Carroll. Still no real high-quality opportunities, but here you go, potential opportunity for Braun. Ooh, he catches a good one there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't think Chappelle liked that. Whatever happened, I think he's getting Scully. I don't think he's getting Braun. I think he's just getting Scully.
Could be the retaliation.
No, I think he's getting both of them.
Taking both?
Well, is he? I don't know.
No.
I think Carteau is just quick on the draw on the door. Yeah, no, that's just on Scully. And
nope.
Oh, there you go. They did get
Braun's
him.
going in.
Gosh, he tried to get away with it. I respect that. Be interested to see what the official call is because I didn't see the unsportsmanlike gesture, but hey.
9:31 to go here. Still 49 seconds of power play time here for the Chargers. But they lose Braun here to a coincidental. This one kept in at the blue line. Worked out. Here's a shorthanded chance for the Vipers. It is Van Ryn, the shot save made. Roughing. Sounds like for both.
Yeah, I'll confirm that. It is. Correct. Both roughing.
Here is Phillips, far side. Feeding up into the near side. It's tipped inside the zone. Watson's giving chase here. Center on the wall, held in at the blue line. Shot towards the net, save made. Rebound pops out near side. Back out to the point. Baldwin sends it down low, it looks like.
We got another one coming.
Yeah.
This is on the Vipers, I think.
So just as one was getting ready to expire, they take another penalty, and it's a 5-1-3 for 4 seconds.
Yeah, you know what? That's helpful on the face-off. But it is going to be on Watson, now up to 32.
So a win here, I think that's Bertels who might be taking the face-off. A win here might be able to catch the player coming out of the box.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think, Carroll, you have to be aware of it, and they probably will be. I mean, this is the second time this period alone. It's been a parade to the box here so far this period for the Vipers, by the way. Not what you want to be doing in a 1-0 game in the third period against this team.
There's a short side chance, and that one is just wide. There's another try, wide of the net. Still in the power play here is the Chargers, a fresh minute 45. Out to the near side point. There's another wrist shot blocked in front, loose outside the crease, and Rossworm has it covered with 8:22 on the big board. Minute 37 on the power play.
Yeah, so the Vipers still hanging in here. Still getting the saves. Switching it up, though, now it's a near side draw. A lot of these face-offs for Carroll have been to the far side in these last few minutes. A minor detail that could potentially prove important sometime. You never know.
There's a shot save made. Rebound picked up, cleared off the glass. Nope, out of the zone. I thought it was held in, but it's sent all the way down. Ormsby giving chase there. Played back around to the near side. 8 minutes to go here in the third. Into the zone, it looks to the near side. It is Cup, down low. Senders to the slot, nobody there. Loose picked up by the Vipers. Can they clear? They do, off the wall, down the ice.
We got another penalty. We got hands up again. This is going to be on Carroll, though. And I did not see this one, so no further comment on it, but it is going to be on Sam Krause.
That'll negate the final 54 seconds here of the Carroll power play.
Yeah, good thing we were really humming through the first two periods because all these penalties in this third one are slowing our pace down.
Off the face-off of 4-on-4 action for the next 50 seconds. The Chargers have it up to Cup. Circling at the hash marks. Going up the ice, over to the near side. There's a chance right in front, diving play, breaks it up to the point. Kicked out of the zone by Van Ryn.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure about that pinch from Baldwin. Thought that might have ended up working out poorly for the Chargers, but it goes okay. He holds it up. He doesn't get burned. And now it comes all the way back down the ice as well.
Yep, icing.
So 28 seconds still here on the 4-on-4. As special teams, really the theme of this third period.
Face-off win there for the Vipers. Fed over to the far side. This one is played up ice, and it is controlled here by Scully. Scully to the far side corner. Takes a look at the options, tries to feed to the near side. That one's blocked. At the point, held in by Ormsby. Glove down. It is Bertels all by himself here. Vipers now on the power play. That one towards the net. It is to the far corner and picked up off the wall, cleared down the ice. Bertels kind of by himself for a brief second.
Yeah, kind of a little isolated, but it's all right. Now they'll get to Ormsby tries to settle it down, but ends up still being on its side. That's kind of funny. But they get a power play here now, do the Vipers. 45 seconds or so, give or take.
There's a shot, save made, rebound in the feet of Scully here. Spinner on try by Bertel, scores! A power play goal, we're tied.
Yeah, that's huge stuff there from Bertels, and for Carroll, they're really going to be ruining their chances here and not capitalizing, as the Vipers, as soon as they get one, they capitalize. Who else? Of course, it's going to have to be Bertels. Gets the shot here. Rebound is available. It eventually finds its way back to him, and he just spins and shoots. And Van Antwerp, you can kind of see there, looks like he was cheating a little bit to this near side, kind of opened up that lane for Bertels to just fire it through to the far side. We've got a 1-1 hockey game here with 6:14 to go. Brandon, are we on potential upset watch for Carroll? I think we absolutely have to be.
Yeah, this has been a tightly played game. Face-off controlled here by the Chargers, but one thing we know is never count anybody out.
Absolutely not.
Here comes Carroll into the zone here. Drops it at the circle. That one's up and out of play.
And into the stands as well. Brandon, this could be interesting. Carroll hasn't lost a regular season league game in over a season, of course.
Yeah. Only loss they've had in the last couple of years, I believe, what is the Cup Finals last year.
Yeah, well, and then the season before, I think they ended up with the 3rd seed. So last year was really kind of when they made that big jump. That one absolutely ripped right into Ganau's shin pads, I think.
And here's Scully with it. Fed up ice. It is going to be controlled here by the Chargers. They take it below the goal line. Over to the far side, near the referee crease. It is dumped inside the zone. Rossworm plays it. Taken away here behind the goal line. There's a feed in front. Still loose, digging for it. Here is the Chargers. Shot towards the net, blocked in front. As this one's lofted into center. Bertels throws it inside the zone here. Far side we go. The Vipers with it. Loses control with Scully along the near side now. It's dumped inside the Viper zone. Battle for it near side, taken away. This one's put in by Williams. Loose puck. Fed across, taken away there by the Vipers for a brief second, but the Chargers have it back. Over the line on the attack. There's a shot. Save made by Rossworm. He covers here. Under 5 to go. In the third, 1-1.
Yeah,
Vipers break through.
Yeah, and so now Carroll, though, has really been putting the pressure on so far this period, and they continue to do so. It's really just been the common theme throughout this game is Carroll's had the possession, they've had the shots, but it's really just been the Vipers that have really been able to hang on. It doesn't seem like Carroll's necessarily gotten a bunch of these dangerous chances, and it's allowed Rossworm and the Vipers to really do a good job hanging on defensively here.
That one in and out of the glove, loose in front of the crease. Knocked down here by the Chargers.
You can certainly feel the intensity starting to pick up and the tension a little bit more in the building here, Brandon.
So that one goes for an icing. Yeah, you got one thing we were talking about here. Is Carroll going to end up regretting the chances they've had on the power play and have not converted?
Yeah, I mean, I got them at 0 for 5. And for a team like Carroll, that is just incredibly uncharacteristic of them. So we'll see.
Far side we go here. Worked back out to neutral. Reversing off the wall. It's up into the air, and it's played in behind the net. Near side we go. Near side face-off circle. Worked back out to neutral. Off the wall, delayed penalty here.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, why are you pulling the goalie? High stick.
And the Chargers back on the PK here.
Yeah.
Fresh off of Viper power play goal here.
This is dangerous. I mean, there's got to be some serious nerves going on, I would think, over for the Carroll team right now. I mean, Vipers 1 for 3 on the power play so far. Another opportunity coming here. It's a full 2 minutes. Who's that penalty on? Number 25 for Carroll. That would be Baldwin. So we'll see. I mean, at least they've got their full lineup of who you would usually think they'll have out there. So we'll see if they can hang on, though. Obviously, this is a critical point in the game.
That one's wide of the net. Yeah, you got pretty much half of the remaining of the period on the power play here.
Uh-oh, here you go.
Short-handed chance for the Chargers. Into the zone, racing
back,
back,
they
trying
got
to
one.
break it up, draws a penalty here.
Wow.
And just like that, with 3:37 to go here in the period, they draw the penalty, and we're 4-on-4.
Gosh, man, we're calling them tonight, that's for sure. I'll tell you that one. I'll tell you that. I'm not really going to be anti that call. I'm not really for it either, as Scully gets another one here. And now I think Ormsby might have knocked Ganau down, but the two referees aren't looking at it. And that's just nonsense, and no point in doing that. That's pretty silly. I think that goes without saying, especially if he gets booked for it. But, I will say the officials have been consistent tonight, man. I will give them that. They're calling these penalties. They're huddling. So you got to think one of the linesmen saw it, and there's almost certainly going to be a penalty called here on Ormsby. And if that's the case, that is just shooting yourself in the foot, 100%.
Yeah, something that you weren't here for last week was in the Vipers-Leo game. The Vipers were on the power play, and they were having the opportunity to go 5-on-3, and then they had a response to Schwartz shooting the puck in the net at the whistle and turned what would have been a 5-on-3 into coincidentals.
Yeah, well, so there's not going to be a penalty on this. I will admit, I didn't see it, so I don't know if we caught it on camera or not, because I might have to go back and look at that. But that drew, I'm sure you could hear some solid boos from the Carroll crowd. But either way, we got 4-on-4 hockey now.
Yep, 4-on-4 here for a good majority. That one clangs off the glass. More thud, though. That sounded hollow. Far side, as one of the Vipers almost voluntarily went into the Carroll bench. Here's a chance, though, for the Chargers with a shot. Save made. Out to the point, trying to work it around. 4-on-4 action here, as we talked about, for the next minute 5. Here is Ormsby. Onside here, Ormsby shot, save made. It pops up into the air. Played to the corner here, as it is touched up by the Vipers. No playing the puck with a high stick whistle. As here comes Carroll with speed. Draws the hooking. And the Chargers go back on the power play. That looked like it was Braun.
Yep, it was Braun, and you know what? That is a pretty easy penalty, I'll say. We had a great look at it here. 100% got up in the hands on him, and so unfortunately, that is 100% a penalty, and you got to call that one. And for the Vipers, it's Watson again, which he's in danger of getting tossed out of this game for getting too many penalties. That's like his 4th. I think you get a 10 when you get 4, maybe. I'm not exactly sure the rule. But either way, with Braun coming with so much speed like that, you almost kind of have to take that penalty, in all honesty. If I'm the Vipers, I'm not too upset about that one because, like I said, Braun was
one you got to take.
Yeah, Braun was coming hard and coming fast. It looks like we've got a timeout now as well.
In that case, we'll take one as well here on Summit City Sports.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Coming out of the timeout here, 2:43 to go. Carroll on the power play. For the next 43 seconds, a 4-on-3 power play, and then they'll have a 5-on-3 for a brief time, barring anything else. And this one's around the wall to the near side. Baldwin with it. Out to Ganau. Ganau to the far side. Taking the time, goes to the point. There's a shot just wide. Looking far side on that one. At the point, held in. Fed in front, there's a shot. Redirected out of the slot to the far side.
God, Rossrum's been having good positioning so far.
5 seconds to go here. Working down the middle, fans on it. Goes to the corner, 5-on-3 here for 22 seconds. Here's a chance. Here's a shot. In and out of the body there. Off the wall, held in. A second opportunity, also held in. Here's Cup. Far side with a shot. That one's blocked in front here. And that one sent down the ice will clear off the 5-on-3. Now 50 seconds remaining here on the power play with 1:30 to go here in the third.
Intense times, intense times.
This one into the zone here. Held in at the blue line. Shot, save made. Rebound around the wall to the near side. This one held in. And it's cleared down the ice. 20 seconds to go here. This is a strong chance for Carroll, and it's just not there.
Yeah, exactly right. They've had some looks. Honestly, I'm not even necessarily thinking this power play has gone that bad. It's just the Vipers have, gotten the saves and the rebounds. Carroll hasn't really gotten them in dangerous areas.
Here's a chance, the shot. That one's up into the safety netting. Back to 5-on-5 with 38 seconds to go here in the third.
Gosh. This is intense stuff, Brandon. I'm not going to lie.
Face off near side. It is one there. Tied up, worked over to the far side corner. Played now by Franks. In front, here's a chance, and that one is knocked away. 25 to go here. This one gathered up by the Chargers. Send inside the zone here, onside play. Fed towards the slot is broken up. 15 to go here.
God, look at Blauvelt out there in the last 15 seconds of a tied game.
Center's in front, that one's just wide. The Vipers have it, 5 to go here. They get it inside the zone. It's going to roll to the corner, and it will be an icing.
Yep. And honestly, if we want to be really nitpicky, they should probably add about 0.3 of a second back onto the clock here. We'll see if they do it or not. I mean, it's not like that makes a whole lot of difference, but.
1:04 or 1.4.
One last chance here.
At least face-off win. Definitely enough time here.
Yeah, we'll see. I think they might want to try and get this one to Phillips.
Well, the face-off, that one is stopped.
Yeah.
And we're going to overtime.
Yeah, quick side note, I just want to say, Carroll didn't necessarily set up the best way possible for that face-off, having White take it, who is left-handed. They should have had a righty take it, so they could have tried to shoot it right at the net. In my opinion, by the way, just want to get that in before we head to a break.
Yep, we'll be right back. Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, 5 minutes on the board. The Vipers in a striking chance here to hand Carroll their first loss of the season in city play.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 3-on-3 stands in the way of that.
Yeah, so we'll see. I would say, this first shift ought to be fairly even. I think the advantage for Carroll in this situation comes as we start rotating through. I think Carroll, in terms of depth at 3-on-3, is better off, but they obviously have to get there first. 2-on-1.
Yep. Coming down the far side in the zone here. Back check by Bertel. Shot save made. Rebounds gathered up by the Vipers. Bertel's with it. Taking a look. Slowly over the line here. Bertels with a shot. That one is stopped, and it goes to the corner. Still in play. Scully at the far corner. Loses it here. It's stuck in the Zamboni door. Pops out. Here's Knutson with the wraparound try. It's met there by Van Antwerp. As here come the charge. It looks like it's Braun. There's a shot. And that was Braun, the signature toe drag there. Nice move there. Tries to work it free. Gets it to the slot. There's a shot. Save made by Rossworth.
Gosh, if Ganau cuts to the background.
There's another try. Another save. Rebound goes to the far corner. There's a heavy hit along the corner here. And Scully working it out of the zone. He's boxed out.
If Ganau right out in front here, if he cuts to the background instead of holding it on the forehand, I think they got a goal there.
Here's another opportunity. Far side, there's a shot. That one's redirected. As it looked like Ganau laid a reverse hit there.
Yeah, and so this one will come out now. Just a chance to kind of reset a little bit from Carroll, settle this thing down, and now re-attack here with Cup.
Over the line. Cup with it. That one behind the net, around the wall to the near side. Tied up here, worked free to the Vipers. Slowly up the ice to the far side. Looks like that's Bertels. Centers it, knocked away there off the stick, and now in potential 2-on-1 again for the Chargers. Good back
They're
check
offside.
Here.
You cannot go offside on that situation. You are like almost a stride and a half, 2 strides ahead of Carteau. You are looking right at him. You cannot go offsides. Sorry, Brandon.
No, you're good. It's a key point to make here
Just
in this
inexcusable.
sequence. Face-off is controlled here by the Chargers. It's worked inside the zone with a shot. Save made. Rebound outside the crease. Poked away. Here's a chance far side with a feed that is through the slot and wide. Bertels ties up. Played now by Scully. Lost control of it. The Chargers go off the far boards. Ormsby with it. 2:25 to go here in the overtime. Ormsby with it. Here's Knutson into the zone here. Knutson with a shot. Pad save made. And it is in the far corner. Picked up by Carroll. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Fed over to the far side. Nobody there for Carroll.
Well, Braun was there. He just was not at all paying any attention, it looked like.
Fed up to Bertels. Near side. Bertels into the zone. Feels like he's been out there the whole time.
Who, Bertels? Probably a lot. I mean, if you're them, you got to run
Van
like
Ryn
the same
lost
5
it.
or
Here's
6.
a chance for Carroll. Braun with it. Braun, toe drags. Trying to work his way through. That one is poked away by Rotsworm.
You know, just once in a situation like that, I'd like to see him try and stick it to the outside. I mean, he's faster than everybody out here. Just one time in a situation like that, try and take it to the outside. You're toe dragging it into, like, the middle of the ice. There are multiple players there. And everyone knows that's what he's doing. Everyone knows he's toe dragging it at this point.
Minute 27 to go here in overtime. Still 1-1, obviously. Face off far side. It's won by Ormsby and the Vipers. As here's Scully into the zone here. met there, and he goes to the corner. Tied up. Here is Braun with it, far side.
See, this is where he thrives. This opportunity here, one-on-one.
Yep, Braun with it. There's a shot, just wide. Rebound pops right back out. 1 minute to go here in overtime. Here's, looks like Ormsby. Fans on the shot. And it is behind the net. Watson applying pressure here for the Vipers. Circling back behind the net. Chargers with it.
Don't take too long.
As Van Ryn's applying pressure here. It's played now near side. 30 seconds to go. Fed over to the far side. Carroll trying to work it out, cannot.
Oh my goodness.
Stretch pass to the near side. Here's a chance. I'm trying to toe drag there again, and it's knocked away.
You know what? I actually don't mind it on that one because he's trying to cut back around Bertels. I mean, that's just a tough spot to lose the handle on it. But I'm actually not opposed to the idea on taking the toe drag there because Bertels was closing faster, and I think Braun would have been able to cut towards the net. But I guess we'll never know.
And we're going to a shootout. Who would have thought?
Certainly not me, Brandon. Certainly not me.
All right, so a best of 3.
I believe that is correct, but don't fact check. I couldn't even tell you the last time we had a shootout, honestly, Brandon.
It seems like it's been
quite a while. Last year, I think every single one was an overtime winner that went that far.
So obviously, both teams have their sharpshooters.
Yeah.
But I feel like Carroll has the more firepower.
I would agree.
In terms of you got Cup, Braun, Genau, you got Blauvelt, who's been playing pretty well. You got Krause, who can snipe it.
Mm-hmm.
For the Vipers, you got Bertels, Ormsby, Van Ryn.
I mean, is it Van Ryn, though? Is he who you put out there third? I guess
I'm not necessarily in that order, but those are kind of more the offensive.
Oh, but is that who you
firepowers.
put out there? I mean, obviously Bertels and Ormsby. I guess we'll see. You'll probably put Scully out there, too. So
Scully's another one.
We'll see.
Here's Bertels.
I think the key differentiator in this is going to be the goaltending, if I'm being honest. I think that is going to be where this game is won or lost. I think the top 3 shooters are pretty equal on both teams. Maybe slight edge to Carroll, but I think it's a wash with a slight edge to Vipers and goaltending. But we'll see.
Here's Bertels. Picks up speed here on the near side with a shot. Save made there off the stick for Van Antwerp.
Yeah, I think he just comes out too wide and kind of doesn't really cut it back in too much. He really almost, kills that one for himself. I like the idea of going out wide, but I don't know. I think that just one didn't work out. Van Antwerp did a good job tracking it, staying square to it, and we'll see what we got here. Is this Cup first, it looks like?
It is Cup. Slowly into the near side. To the slot. Cup with the forehand. Rossworm stays with him.
Yeah, and I think that one is a situation of almost deking too late and not decisively enough. He ends up kind of, by the time he makes his last move back to the forehand, he's right up in Rossworm's grill. Rossworm is out of the net. He's playing for a shot. The dangle is the right play there. I just think he doesn't play his dangle necessarily right. So we'll see what Scully's got here.
Second shooter here after one round. It's 0-0. Scully, the far side this time. There's a shot. Slot save, Van Antwerp.
Yeah, and that's a good save from Van Antwerp there. Yet again, he's just squared up. He's ready for the shot. We'll see if it's the Vipers' team-wide strategy here to go for the shooting as opposed to the deking, because the first two have both gone for a shot, and it hasn't worked out for him. But let's see what we got here. I think this is Genau now for the Chargers.
It is Genau. Bottom of the second round here. Genau. He goes far side. Takes a look. Genau with the shot. He scores! Leadership to the tee.
Absolutely. Tremendously done. See, Genau, that is exactly what I did when I had a penalty shot back in my day. You know what? When the goalie wants to come out and challenge you like that, You bait him in, you come out wide, you try and go around the world on him, finish it at the back door, and he does. He just barely had enough room, though. Rossworm, I think, did a good job not coming out too far, not coming way out of the net, but he does come just far enough out that he's not able to stretch the legs and get all the way back. So this is a must-score situation here for Ormsby.
Yep, Ormsby must score to extend this one. Ormsby goes far side. Ormsby with the shot, wide of the net, Chargers win!
Yeah, so they hang on, shootout win, and they mob them like they just won the Memorial Cup. That's kind of a tough look. But besides the point, gosh, man, you know what? What a hockey game, Brandon. I said it during intermission. I did not have very high expectations for this game tonight, and this has probably been the best game we've had so far this season. I mean, full stop, you know, Carroll had the puck a lot of the game. They had the better of the shots. And they were all decent chances, too. Same for the Vipers. When they had chances, they had decent chances. And it was just a matter of Rossworm and the Vipers' defense having a good game. Van Antwerp for Carroll makes the saves they need. But, man, I think if you're the Vipers, you know what? You lose tonight. I don't know how much you're into moral victories, but I think this is certainly a good one for them. Coming off their first win in 12, 13 weeks last week against, 2 weeks ago against Homestead. They put in a great performance here tonight. I think if you're the Vipers, you're plenty encouraged. I told you this before we went to overtime. This is a game last year. We're probably running the clock. We're probably, getting ready for the second game at this point last year. So I think just to say that that's not the case this year is a big step in the right direction for them. I think for the Vipers, you got to be you can't be too disappointed with how they went. I mean, you took a point off of Carroll, right? So we'll see. And then for the Chargers, a little bit of a scare. But I don't think the Carroll team played that badly either. They had the puck. I just think maybe you want more dangerous chances than what they got. I think that's really where they fell short tonight. Obviously, they end up getting it done in the end. Shout out Ganau. I see you, Carter Ganau, for that shootout winner. A good move, and Van Antwerp does a great job standing tall there at the other end in that shootout. So all in all, great hockey game, and I think pretty easily the best one we've had so far this year.
Yeah, that'll do it for us here. Carroll up 2-1 over the Vipers. We'll see you all next time here on Summit City Sports.